Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video. If you are new here, my name is Nicole and I just make bookish related content on the internet once a week. As you can see from the title, I am going to be doing a 12-hour reading challenge. So today is the 26th of January. So today is a public holiday in Australia. It's also a Friday, which means we get a nice long weekend. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity for me just to do a 12-hour reading challenge. I have previously done one before, however, it was a 24-hour reading challenge, and if you watched that video you would know that I struggled to get through it. Like, it took me nearly 2 weeks to get through the 24 hours. It went forever and I struggled with it and I didn't enjoy it. So I thought this time, let's do a 12-hour reading challenge. I've got 3 days this weekend. I only have to read 4 hours a day to get through the challenge. And I thought, why the hell not? The book series I'm currently reading, I've gotten a couple comments about people really telling me to read it ASAP, thanks Sasha. And then other people saying they think the series looks really good. So I figured, why not? I do the countdown method on my iPad. So we've got the 11 hours and 59 minutes and 59 seconds. So every time I read, I'll just press start. When I stop, I'll press pause and then resume and count it down to just see what we can get read in this 12-hour period. So the series I'm currently reading is the Little Bridge Island trilogy by Meg Cabot. And last night I did finish the first book, No Judgment. So I am picking up the sequel, No Offense. They are a companion series basically set on Little Bridge Island. The first book was about a hurricane in Little Bridge Island, and then this one focuses on it's Molly and then the Sheriff John, who we met in the previous novel. That was kind of cool to see. So we know him and his daughter already. And then Molly gets a job working at the library and somebody leaves behind their newborn baby. So she obviously calls the cops. Sheriff John rocks up and then together they basically try to discover. This is what he does all the time in my videos when you can hear him growling. This is what he's doing. So they try to find the baby's mum. I don't know what else happens. It's gonna be a love story. I don't know how true to the story the blurb is, because when I read No Judgments, which was the first book, they were like, oh, the premise of the book is that there's been a hurricane and that the main character Bree and Drew work together to locate people's missing animals to reunite them with their owners. That didn't happen. Okay, it did happen in the last 158 pages. First 200 pages was the lead up to the hurricane happening. So she wasn't reuniting anyone's animals with anybody. She was literally just going around to people's houses after being told how to break into them by the owners to feed their pets, walk their pets, make sure that they're okay. But it was such a minor plot line of the book. So a little bit disappointed. So we'll see what I think of this one. That's what I'm starting off. And then I will obviously read the third and final book in the companion series, which is No Words, which is the one I'm most excited for. But let's just get started on this because he's going insane. Hope you guys enjoy. Check-in of reading No Offense by Meg Cabot. I have read, 133 pages. My timer is now down to 10 hours and 47 minutes. So I've been reading for an hour and 13 minutes, I think. I'm at about 40% through the book, which I can say that I am enjoying this one a lot more than the first one, No Judgment. So this one got started with the drama like straight away. So pretty much within like the first, I think 50 pages, the main character Molly has found the baby abandoned in the women's bathroom at the library, and she's called the police, who's picked up the baby. They've also discovered who they actually think the mother is. That didn't take very long either. There's a whole other backstory as well with these rich kids who, for whatever reason, get kicked out of home and then just break into people's houses to live and steal food and stuff and use their Wi-Fi. I'm enjoying it more than No Judgment. Molly and John are a lot more likable. John hasn't come across as arrogant. I'm enjoying it. I really do feel at this point it's probably going to be another 3.5 star read. I think the whole series is going to be a 3.5 star read for me, which isn't a bad thing. She's just sorry, hold on. I've got to show you what Oliver's doing. Oh, you now like camera shy, buddy. Of course, the second I put the camera on him, he becomes camera shy. I'll touch base with you guys again later tonight to see how much I've read, but I am anticipating I'll probably get most of it completed tonight, so. Okay, we are back for update number 2 for my 12-hour reading challenge. It's Saturday the 27th of January, and this morning, it's about, what's the time? 10:42 a.m. I have finished No Offense. I literally decided this morning that I was gonna finish it. I went to bed last night at about 160-ish mark. So basically got up this morning and decided I wanted to finish this. Also realized that I stuffed up last night and I was meant to read for another hour, but I didn't do that, which means I have to read a bit more today, which is fine because I've got the whole day to read. But my timer does have 9 hours and 12 minutes left on it, hence why I was like, I didn't read enough because I need to get down to 4 hours today, like literally 3 hours and 59 minutes. I did enjoy this one more than No Judgments. Like the characters were more likable, however they were a bit more frustrating. They did some dumb things that I didn't like, but overall, this series isn't going as well as I thought it was going to, but I am going to be picking up the third and final book, No Words, which is the one I'm the most excited for to read. Maybe not Oliver. He's so annoying. Just because that one is the one that focuses on the two characters who are both like authors. Interestingly enough, none of the characters in the third and final book have been mentioned in the first two that I have picked up on. So I'm intrigued to see how it goes, but that's all I've got to say on No Offense. Update 3, because update 2 was this morning. I don't think I've popped in all day. So it's about 7 p.m. and I have spent pretty much majority of the day. It feels like majority of the day, but the time is going to say something very different. Reading No Words by Meg Cabot. I am 70% through this book and I'm at page 241. And how much time is left on my timer? I've got 6 hours and 48 minutes and like 20 odd seconds. As I suspected, this is my favorite one so far out of all of them. I thought it was going to be. This blurb, unlike the first two, hasn't been misleading, I feel. So basically we've got the main characters, Joe and Will. They are both authors, and he basically made a comment that implied her books weren't good after they'd met for the first time, and it happened about nearly 2 years ago, I think, and she hasn't let it go. She's like not been able to write since. Hates the guy. Found out that he purchased a place in Little Bridge Island and is like, I'm never going there. Publicist tells her that he won't be there, so she attends the book event. Well, she's mid-flight when she gets told by fangirls on the plane that he's going to be there because they're fans of hers as well. It's a 3-day event, so we're on like day 2, I think. We're on a boat. There were dolphins. There was a kiss. It was cute. It was sweet. It was fun. Like, there's not much I can say about this. Like, it's not groundbreaking. I'm enjoying it for what it is. It's fun. It's making me laugh. I'm probably going to rate it the exact same as the first 2 books, but it is the better one out of them. I just can't say that I really, really like it or that I'm loving it. It's just, it's okay. Like, it's good. I'm enjoying it, but it's like not something for me to rave about. I'm going to do my best to finish this tonight, and then I also have to get down to like 5 or 4 hours. No, if I can get down to 4. Got to get down to 4 because then I have to read 4 hours tomorrow. What update am I up to? I think this is update 4. I don't actually know. Now, Sunday, the 28th of January. I haven't updated this morning. It's about 5 p.m. and I know I didn't update last night, but basically last night I did end up finishing No Words by Meg Cabot and didn't get anywhere close to where I was supposed to for the amount of like reading I needed to do yesterday, because I'm currently at 4 hours and 39 minutes and 16 seconds. So my opinion on No Words didn't change. Still have the same thoughts and feelings as I did when I checked in last night. I'm glad I finished and read it. The series overall was okay. I'm glad I read it, but like nothing to rave about. So I have picked up a new book this morning, which was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn, Hugo by Taylor Jenkon Reids. This is a book that I have wanted to read for nearly 2 years. I'm currently on page 84. All right, so we're nearly 22% through the book, but I do think that Taylor Jenkon Reid may be like a new favorite author for me, which is exciting. I don't know, just the way that she's writing, just my brain agrees with and really likes and gets. That's where we're at. This is basically about a Hollywood movie icon, Evelyn Hugo. She's a little bit mysterious. No one really knows anything about her except for the fact that she was married 7 times, and she basically requests that this journalist interviews her because she's donating some of her most iconic dresses to a cancer awareness charity auction. Chosen Monique, who is the main character, be the person to interview her, and actually finds out that it's not an interview, it's a, I want you to write my biography, and when I die you can release it and you can get all the money. So we're just finding out about Evelyn's life and how she got to Hollywood. She's already on her 2nd marriage at the age of like 19. So it's really interesting. I'm enjoying it, and we've still got like 4 hours to get through. I was supposed to get this down to 0 today. I'm not going to get it down to 0 because it's 5:10, which is fine. If I can get, thank you for that, down to like nearly 2 hours, I think I'll be happy with that, because then I can finish it Monday, Tuesday. But that's kind of where we're at for this update. I'm clearly being told that somebody wants attention, so I should stop here and I will check in after I've taken this one for a walk and I've made some dinner and done a bit more reading. But that's where we're at. I think this is update number 5. Real quality camera work here. I'm still on The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I am on page 204. Still loving it. There's not much I can really say because I don't want to spoil it for people, but I really think that the author has done a good job of like mixing in the biographical things with the story, because it does at times, like it'll read as an autobiography. Why did I say autobiography? It's a biography. And then like it switches really well back into like the present tense narration of their actual lives and not her life story. So I think they've done that really well. I'm really enjoying it. There's also like some news articles like spread throughout the book as well. 385 pages. So I have about 180 pages to go. So I'm just going to read what I can. I don't think I've gotten under 3 hours just yet on my timer. Let me just have a look. Okay, we've got 3 hours and 5 minutes to go on the timer. So I would like to get as close to 2 hours as possible. But yeah, just want to say I'm still enjoying it, still loving it. I'm really intrigued about Evelyn's life. It's kind of sad in a way as well, because obviously her marrying all these men, some of them are a front, like a facade, so that she can, you know, hide who she really is. Still really loving it, still really enjoying it. Just wanted to pop in with a really quick update for you all, but I'm gonna go read it now that my work's finished for the day. Don't know what update number this is. 6, 7, who knows? Today is 30th of January. Currently been crying because of this book. I'm on page 358. I hope that's not a spoiler for anyone, but like there's 385 pages, so like I'm very close to the end, and obviously it's just going through her life, but like we've just been slammed with so many people passing away, you know. It's just the way it's been written is so beautiful that it's like just devastating. I'm a mess. I have an hour left to read, but I'm also like, how do I pick something up after this? But I was really hoping this book would get me to the end of it, but like there's 30 pages left. I've got an hour. It's not going to take me an hour to read 30 pages. But yeah, just thought I wanted to update and say it's made me bawl like a baby. That's where we're at. Back. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been like half an hour. I did it. I finished The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkon Reids. I think just based off the way it just made me cry, it's 5 stars. It is the second book to make me cry, but is the first book to like make me bawl like this. Just when you thought the plot twists had all been plot twisted out. There was one more. And like, I didn't see it coming, but I wasn't surprised. But I think I was just too devastated by everything that happened before to be like shocked about this. But it was a plot twist that was really well executed and I didn't see it coming. And this whole book was just brilliant. It was beautiful. It was tragic. It was devastating. But I think it was also like a really beautiful, just like a beautiful reflection on life and what it means to be human and alive. And I think I'm going to be emotionally fucked up for a while. We got 36 minutes and 42 seconds. I am kind of like half inclined to just end this challenge here. I'm not going to get far through another book, so I'm like, what's the point of starting another book knowing full well I'm not going to complete it? I'm not even going to get close to completing it unless I pick up a novella. I'm going to just let myself process this book first, probably rate it 5 stars. I'm not going to do it today because if I do it today, I'm giving it 5 stars. I do think Taylor Jenkon Reids is like one of my new favorite authors for 2024, and I definitely want to go through her backlist, and I understand why people do and why everybody talks about this book. It wasn't what I was expected, but it was brilliant. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna cry about it again. Okay, we have the final check-in. So I did make the decision after the last sort of footage you guys would have seen. I was contemplating not finishing out the last 36 minutes of this 12-hour challenge. I decided to keep that decision. I did end up picking up a new book. Obviously, I was going to get nowhere through it to make it a worthwhile contribution to this reading challenge. So I have definitely read that extra 36 minutes that I needed to complete the challenge. Just a summary, I did read 3 books in this 12-hour reading challenge, 11 and a half hours. I'm just going to call it 12 hours for the sake of it. So the first book that I did read was No Offense by Meg Cabot. It is the second book in this companion series, and we focused on Molly, who is the librarian on Littlebridge Island, and also John Hartwell, who is the sheriff on Littlebridge Island. And Molly pretty much discovers that a little baby girl has been left abandoned in a box in the library's female bathroom, and obviously John, being the sheriff, is called because abandoning a baby is considered a crime. And basically they get involved in trying to find the baby's mother. That is resolved very, very quickly. It doesn't take the whole book. It's literally, I don't know, a handful of chapters later, we've got who we think is the baby's mother, then it's confirmed it is the baby's mother, and who the baby's father is. There is this whole other entire subplot about this guy who is a leader of these really, I think the only word to describe them, entitled young adults who think that they don't have to like pay for housing, and they just like break into people's places or a brand new library, live there, steal the internet, the Wi-Fi, and are obsessed with eating pizza and spray painting everywhere. They're very, very entitled people. Like mum and dad are very rich, high up in society, and bail them out and get them solicitors anytime they fuck up. I did enjoy this one more than No Judgments. It was still a 3.5 star read for me. And then I went straight into the third and final book in this companion series, Littlebridge Island, which was No Words, also by Meg Cabot. This was also my favorite book out of the 3, and we focus on Joe and Will. They are both authors, and Joe receives an invitation by Molly, which I accurately guessed that, to attend Littlebridge Island's first annual book festival, and she's basically being offered $10,000 to come and participate. This blurb was a bit more on the money with what happens in the book than the other 2. There was this whole other subplot of another author who attended a previous year's panel book con thing that was apparently hitting on young underage fans and abusing his power and position, which is gross. For the most part, this was on track. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I still rated it 3.5 stars though. Like for me, it was just a very 3.5 average series. Nothing really to brag about. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Probably wouldn't pick them up anytime soon. They were fun, easy reads. And then the third and final book that I read in this challenge was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkon Reids. This book was everything. This is just straight off the bat a 5-star read. I gave it 5 stars. I don't regret it. I've sat on it and I agree with it. This was a 5-star read for me. So we focus on our main character, Monique, who has been requested by Evelyn Hugo, who is like a 1950s Hollywood star. She had scandal, she had intrigue, but the most notable thing about her, other than her films, the fact that she got married 7 times. and she has requested, because Monique, sorry, should say this, she writes for a magazine called Viviant, and they put a request through wanting to do an interview, and they presume it's because she has decided to donate 12 of her gowns that she wore to different events and premieres to charity to raise money for breast cancer. Monique is very confused as to why she's been picked, and Monique goes ahead with it and realizes pretty much from the get-go, Evelyn's like, oh no, that was like a false, I'm not doing a news article with Vivian. I want you to write my biography, and you can only publish it after I'm dead. And over the course of maybe a week or two, she finds out about Evelyn's life and why she married all of these men. I'm gonna tear, I can feel myself tearing up about this, but it was just such a beautiful depiction and reflection on the complexities of what it means to be human and the cost that we as people are willing to go to protect those we love and who we are. I just thought it was brilliant. So this book's also like broken up into, I don't want to say like parts, but it sort of is parts, and each one's labeled based off the different husband that she was married to and the reasons why she married each one. And it was brilliant. It was beautiful. It made me laugh. It made me cry. As you guys have seen, I couldn't stop smiling through it. And if you are contemplating picking this up, I cannot say to you anymore, like, pick it up and read it. It is so worth it. It is so good. This deserves everything positive and wonderful that people say about it, because I loved it. The writing style just clicked with my brain. Like, it was just beautiful. I understood it. I gelled with it. And yes, I will be picking up the rest of Taylor Jenkon Reids' backlog. If you have read her backlist and you've really enjoyed this one, could you let me know maybe like the top 3 books of hers that you would recommend that like I need to read of her backlist? Alrighty guys, that is the end of this 12-hour challenge. It was unexpected. I had fun. I enjoyed it. Definitely more achievable for me than a 24-hour challenge. I hope you enjoyed this reading challenge. I hope that nothing was spoilerish for you. I didn't want it to be. I'll see you guys next week, and next week I'm going to Taylor Swift. How exciting. Okay, bye.